Oh, baby, country music. I would discard my show if I could be a DJ in a country station, Justin. Really, I think. Can we turn KHTS into a country station? No. All right. So you're listening to The Coach. The show's called Business Live. We're going to try to make it as fun and as entertaining and interesting today because in just a few minutes I'm going to be talking about something that might change your life. And I can't be more serious when I say that. Learning how to think for yourself, making decisions for yourself. Here's what happens when you can make better decisions, you get better results. When you get better results, you're going to be able to have a sense of confidence. And confidence, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, when you look at winners and leaders and people that are succeeding in life, they're confident. That's why you follow. Why do you think Donald Trump, even though the Daily News says they're all zombies that voted for him, but why do you think people are fascinated with Donald Trump? Because he comes across so confident that this is a guy, whether you like him or not, you might follow up San Juan Hill, at least to the bank anyway. All right, back to the show and my two wonderful new friends, Ken Williams and Ron Sudnick. Ron and Ken are in a state called Indiana. I have no idea where that is. I couldn't find Indiana. I have Justin, do you have any clue where Indiana? I have no clue. I've never heard of it. I only know states like Alabama that have the national championship team or the University of Oregon up in Oregon. So welcome to Southern California. 88 degrees here. The book, write this down, 21 Days to Success with LinkedIn. These guys are going to change my life. Meeting these two guys, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I'll bet you in the next month through LinkedIn, I connect with people that I'm interested in. You can too. 21 Days to Success with LinkedIn. The book is $500, but it's worth it. Every single penny of it. God bless you. How many books have you sold? 2?
6.
$6.
Just to my parents, though.
Yeah, it's a great story. I read the book in one setting. What you guys did with this book, it's a great read. It's a great story. Business, social networking, and the connect. That's. And I don't want to give the book away.
Nick Roten.
Yeah, Nick, don't be cheap. Go buy the book on Amazon. Go to Amazon and type in 21 Days to Success. All right, we got a minute left here because I held you guys over. You'll be back in 2 weeks. I will have you back in 2 weeks. And this time we'll get our phone system connected with Ken, so we'll get him on for the whole segment. So, Ken, Ron.
Yes.
What do you want the coach to do this week with LinkedIn?
I would like for you, you're asking what I would like for you to do this week? I want you to call me when you're sitting at your computer, and I will help to inspire you to make the most.
That'll be Monday. I'm out of town coaching.
And then
tomorrow.
you're just going to help me think better, okay? So we'll exchange our method of thinking and discussion. But I do want to just mention that just develop a habit of doing, Coach, what all the successful people do on LinkedIn. There are things you should be doing on a day-to-day basis to gain access to people and the results that you want to have.
Okay, give me one tip. Leave us with one. What do you want me to do? I'm on LinkedIn. After the show, what do you want me to do? Go to LinkedIn, and do you want me to send a message to somebody?
Yeah, I want you to do a status update.
Status
update. People. Hey, we're on the radio, just had some great guests. Check it out. And then everybody gets to see it.
Okay, time out. So I'm going to do that because I like you two. And I have a big following. I think I have a big following. So I hit the well, Justin's going to show me. I'm going to hit the status bar. And right. I'm going to put in your names in your book, and then that goes out to all my 5,000 people.
It'll go out in a feed that will give all those people access to, if they're reading it. You know, not everybody watches the news. Not everybody watches the feed. The average person is spending 17 minutes a month on it. But the key is you're going to put names of people in there, and it's going to create updates for us. LinkedIn's going to tell us that you're saying nice things about us. Ken, what's your take?
I think that based on what we were talking about during the commercial, Coach, the thing that you can do with the people that are trying to connect with you is connect with them. In the book, we talk about a connection strategy. Don't connect with everybody just because they want to reach out, but connect with people that it makes sense to connect with. And then the most important thing is get on every day. And
I want to connect with pretty girls, so I'm looking at all these pictures. So if you're not If you're not pretty, I'm not connecting with you. That's the way I roll.
I'm not sure. All
right, you guys will be back in 2 weeks. They will be back, the authors, because we got to pull more out of them. These guys are holding stuff back. We're going to pull more out of them. 21 Days to Success. 21 Days to Success with LinkedIn. Ron Sudnick and Ken Williams. God bless you both. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Hey, thank you, Coach.
You'll be back,
fun
boys.
Being with you.
Yeah, you too. All right, guys. All right, so
Talk soon. Take care.
yeah,
Thank you.
and I'm going to do that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go as soon as the show's over. I'm going to go into LinkedIn and I'm going to do exactly what I told them to do. I'm going to tell them what a great book they have and what fun they are on the radio show, and buy their book. Right? I have no idea what it costs, but it's in. I imagine somewhere around $10, $12. I don't know. No price on the book here. All right, let's get a little serious for a second. Remember, I dedicated the show to a lady named Jerry, who is smart, very successful. She's a executive, and I'm going to give her my book next time I see her, because I know that there might be something in this book that she'll go, wow. You know, she'll think about it. She might even put it to use. Like when I do my workshops and coaching sessions, I can tell you this, that almost 100% of the people in the room are going about 95 miles an hour. They're going so fast in their lives that they don't take the time to build relationships. They don't take the time to stop and enjoy a conversation like we did growing up back in the day. They're going so fast that if you can't stop and take care of yourself, if you can't stop and take 15 minutes out of your day of very quiet time, shut the door. When I get in my office every morning, I put my feet up, and I'm not going to tell you where I put my feet up, and I don't put it on my desk. I put it on something called a hassock. Justin, do you know what a hassock is? He has no clue. So I put my feet up on a hassock, and for about 15 or 20 minutes, I just sit there calmly thinking, and the longer I think, the lower my pulse rate is. I can get my pulse rate down probably in the 50s. And when you can get your pulse rate so low, the fog of life dissipates. The fog of war goes away. Whatever's going on in your life, you're able to think clearly, and you're able now to analyze. You're able to make better judgments, better decisions. And as I said just a few minutes ago, when you can make better decisions about anything, and quit being a reactor. Look, when somebody asks you a question, you don't have to give them an immediate answer, especially if it's a very important question, especially if it's your boss asking you about something, or maybe a task you were given. Take a moment and think about how you want to answer that question in a certain voice, using a certain vocabulary, and speaking at a pace that the listener gets it. Because most of us speak so fast. We want to get that information out so quickly, people don't really remember. This is the number one thing that I hear every day. I can't remember. People say, I can't remember, Coach. I forget. And I understand that, because we're inundated with so much data, so much information. And so stopping and calling a timeout, just for a few minutes every day in your life. You know, I travel a lot, so a lot of people say, well, how do you do your thinking when I'm traveling? I turn the radio off. I turn the television off. I turn the music off. Sometimes I just look so forward to waiting somewhere, because that's my 15 minutes to just get into what is going on in my life today. You know, did I wake up with gratitude today? Yes. Did I thank the higher power in your life? Some people say God. Some people will say Jesus. Some people will say Allah. I don't know who your God is or who you're thankful to. It's none of my business. But man, you got to be thankful for your life. If you're not laying in a hospital bed, if you've got your health, start your day by being thankful. That's how I start. Start with gratitude. You know, when you start your day with gratitude, you cannot be mad. You can't be unhappy. You can't even be frustrated. You can't be angry. So I said in my workshops, people are going so fast. So I tell everybody, pace. P-A-C-E, pace your life. if you're driving 75 or 80 miles on the freeway, getting home tonight or going to work tomorrow morning, you're going too fast. And when you're going too fast, you can't think properly. You can't make the kind of instant decisions you might even have to make while driving a car. Let everybody else pass you up. Why are they in a hurry? So if they're going at 75, go at 65. Go at a speed in which you can make better decisions while you're driving, while you're walking, while you're working. So that's pace. There's a chapter in my book about learning how to pace yourself. So is there any one chapter that's more important than the other? No. I love all the chapters. Chapter 5 is ready for change. You have to want to change your life. And, as an adult, if you're listening to my voice, you're the one that's responsible for your life, not your wife, not your husband, not any of your family members. You own your life. So one of the things that I say in my coaching workshops is quit blaming everybody else why you're not where you want to be. If you want to create value in this world, if you want to have a life full of purpose, if you want to put your head on the pillow every night and know that you did the best you could today, then you're going to have to make some changes. And it starts with thinking. Learning how to think differently is so critical. For those of you that own your own business, Chapter 4 says, no time to think, fire yourself. Probably in my coaching, and I coach almost every day, I would say the number one issue that I see that entrepreneur owners won't delegate, they won't outsource. They're control freaks. They think they know it all, and they're afraid to ask for help. And so what happens is they get stuck. This is the number one call. Coach, I'm stuck. You've been recommended to me. Can you help me get unstuck? This is the call I get almost every day. And I coach over the phone. I have clients in New York. I have clients in Chicago. I have clients all over the state of California, Arizona, Oregon, Utah. That's what I hear. I'm stuck. You're stuck because you're still thinking the same way you did when you started your business. You may be thinking the same way when you were 14 or 18 or 20 years old. Times are changing. Things change. And you have to really want to change. You have to really want to make some changes in your life. And I say all the time, the most dangerous person in business is you. If you own your own business or you're in senior management, you're the most dangerous person. Because if you're not willing to change, other people see it. Your stubbornness isn't the best way to fly today. I recommend that everybody create a mastermind group. That's another day on a show we call The Business Life. You're listening to Coach Ron Tunick. Coach Ron Tunick is my name. And I'm talking about my book. I wrote a book called The Thinking Room. You can go on Amazon and buy it, or call me and I'll sell it to you at a little less discount. If you buy an Amazon, here's the truth. Authors don't make any money. I think I make $2 if somebody buys a book. Everybody buys my books on Amazon. That's fine. As long as maybe it's not fine, Justin. They make a lot more money. So, Chapter 12, I'm bouncing around. Chapter 12, give 100% a little bit more. So, if you can learn how to think differently, and you can give 100% a little bit more to everybody. And what does this mean? People say, Coach, I wear a wristband. Here's my wristband, Justin. What's it say? It says give 100% a little bit more. See, 100% a little bit more. It's a green wristband. You can see it. I'm holding it up right now on the video. And we'll be on YouTube next week. Go to Coach Ron Tunick on YouTube, and all the shows are there, or Coach Tunick on YouTube. So you're listening to Coach Ron Tunick on KHTS 1220 AM, my flagship station heard all over the country, on Hometown Station. That's how you can listen, hometownstation.com on the internet, or the best radio app by far in the country in the App Store. Go to the App Store. It's easy. Just type in KHTS and it'll pop up 1220 AM. Boom. And you can listen to your favorite music or your favorite host here on KHTS here in Southern California. So when I say give 100% a little bit more in Chapter 12, and I say pace and slow down, give 100% a little bit more in every conversation. Be a better listener. Give 100% a little bit more when you're listening. Give better eye contact. Give a better handshake. How about a better hello? How about being more sincere? How about actually caring about what the other person says? A lot of times when we get in a conversation, we're not listening. All we're thinking about is our own agenda. Like Justin wants to go and be a Chippendale dancer, and that's all he's thinking about. He's handsome, he's muscular, he would be perfect. I'm trying to talk him out of it right now as we're on the radio. So, Justin is a better listener. Since he's known the coach, he gives me better eye contact, better handshake. He's much more sincere. And when you give 100% a little bit more, everybody else sees it. Everybody else sees it. Your karma is better. This all comes from thinking. You're going to think about the next person that you greet. The next person that you see, you're actually thinking, I actually am going to take an extra 3 or 4 minutes and listen to what they have to say. And if the other person perceives that you actually care, holy cow, look out, your life's going to change. Because here's the truth, ladies and gentlemen, life's about relationships. It's all about relationships. If you're in business and you build relationships, like my wife and I have, we have a business that'll last us for a lifetime. Your business will last you for a lifetime. Your business will last you for a lifetime if you can think about your approach, listening better. This all comes from the thinking room. It all comes from the book that I'm trying to get you to buy 1,000 copies on Amazon. So when you read this book, it could change your life. It'll help you understand how to get unstuck. You'll learn how to manage time better. You're going to be a better decision maker. You're going to be more interactive. You're going to participate a little bit more. And you know what? You're going to learn how to be peaceful. And being peaceful is your best calling card. When you don't scare people, when people actually are curious about you and they want to find out about you and you're peaceful, and you can tell a peaceful person. You can tell somebody that's at peace. Because their motor's not going 90 miles an hour. They're not, I got to get down the road, I got to go. That's not a peaceful person. And if you can teach yourself to think and teach yourself to learn how to be more peaceful, wow, look out. And then what happens is the perception of you changes. And, we, good or bad, we live on a life of perceptions. We're going to take a quick break on KHTS 1220 AM. We're going to come back. I'm going to finish up this segment, and I'm going to talk about the number one issue that gets in all of our ways, the number one thing why we don't want to change and why we think it's hard to think. We'll be right back. Oh, I wish I could sing. Oh boy, Alan Jackson. Come on, baby. Does it get any better? Alan Jackson on the show. We call it Business Life. I'm the coach, Coach Ron Tuning. So honored to have you aboard. We're going to finish off on this segment about the book. Yeah, it played in the background. I love that. The book is called The Thinking Room, a New System for Success. So only got a couple of minutes left here, and hope you liked this last segment. Remember the first segment was about LinkedIn. Man, I'm so hopped up on learning LinkedIn. I'm going to reread the book, 21 Days to Success. And I'm going to call the authors myself. All right, so the book that I wrote, my life changed 20 years ago dramatically when I taught myself how to think differently, how to slow down, how to pace, how to build relationships, how to actually care, how to be more sincere. And you know what holds most of us back? We have this perception that the weight's too heavy, we can't lift it. Think about the first time you went to a gym and you were intimidated. Come on. I've been in gyms all my life, and I've taken my daughters and my wife to gym, and I know my wife's not listening, but the first time she went into a gym, she said, I can't do this. She looked around, and everybody was in great shape. My wife's in great shape today, I'm telling you what. Looked at my hot little wife, she's in great shape. And she was so intimidated. All of us get intimidated by life. We get intimidated by successful people. How did you do it? Oh, it's too hard. The mountain looks too tall. I can't climb that mountain. You know why you can't climb the mountain? Or do you know why? It's because you lack self-confidence. You don't have the tools. So be patient with yourself. Learn to, this is another segment I'll do maybe in a week or so. You can acquire the tools to be successful. Many people I know hire coaches like me. Many people. And you find the right coach who has wisdom. You find the right coach who you can connect with. You find the right coach that has patience and who's damn good looking like I am and fun like I am. And I'm persistent, but we resist change, all of us. And because we're afraid, we don't know what the dark side looks like, and we think it's the dark side. We think that if we're going to change, we know we're comfortable being miserable, right? We're comfortable in our easy chair. We're comfortable doing what we're doing, but we're unhappy. We're frustrated. We're miserable. We get anxiety. We get sweaty palms. And on and on and on. In order to make a change, you have to be willing to take a risk. It starts with taking a risk. And I don't want to take the risk because I don't know what's going to happen. Your perception is, I'm going to fail. I'm not going to get it done. And that's make-believe stuff. That doesn't mean anything. You're projecting you're going to fail. You're projecting that you can't take the risk. You're projecting that the outcome isn't going to be what you expect. And maybe in a week or so I'll come back and I'll tell you how you can lift that 20-pound weight. That right now you don't even think you can lift a 10-pound weight. You don't even think you can lift a 5-pound weight. You're not even willing to try. So let me get you in a position where you want to change your thinking. Buy 1,000 of my books called The Thinking Room, give them out as gifts, and we'll be friends for life. You want to be a friend for life? Buy my book. It's called The Thinking Room. And buy 1,000 of them, then we'll be and then I can put Justin through college, and he doesn't have to be a Chippendale dancer. I can send him to a nice college and maybe he should be a doctor. You have a big, kind heart. No, you don't want to be a doctor. All right, time's up. We got to go. The show is called The Business of Life. I'm the coach, Coach Ron Tunick. Go to CoachTunick.com. I also blog. Some of you may not like my blog, but I'll tell you a little bit about the coach. Can we do this country music again? Please, put it on. I'll see you next week on The Business of Life. Oh, baby, listen to this.